Hi guys, today's tutorial is I'm just going to introduce you about a gizmo which can be handy while you do beauty fixes or any tracking based work. So the gizmo name is Stick It. So already some people might have known and might have used it, but this is a basic tutorial which I'm just going to show you how we can use it. So I have an input and it is a 3K footage, so I'm just reformatting and keeping it as an HD format. So I'm just going to play here. Now we can do some beauty fixes of the face of her face, and I'll just show you how Stick It can help for doing such work. So here we have a lot of wrinkles on her face, so I'm just going to draw a rotor shape over here. Whatever I'm just drawing, it's for demonstrative purpose, so it will be roughly I'm drawing it. So don't feel like it's not accurate and all. So for demonstrative purpose, it's like a rough shape. So I am just drawing it over here. So in the edges we should be much more precise in drawing this shape. So just going to draw these shapes over here. Okay, so the points must be even you can split the shapes into face, cheeks, anything like that. So I'm just going to show you roughly. So I'm just going to I have drawn the shape roughly. So here we have, so if I blur the footage, now it's it's completely smoothened. So I'm just going to mask out some of the areas like lips, nose, all these glass things and all. I'm just going to reveal. So I'm just using another roto, so and drawing a shape over here. Okay, so drawing the shape here for the lips and using a mask operation, not mask, actually stencil, for revealing some of the areas which I don't want the blur to be applied. So I'm just revealing this edges of glass also, so that only the face will be affected by the blur. So drawing a shape roughly and stencil out the alpha matte. So okay, this shape can be drawn like this, and I'm just I'm just doing a stencil operation for this glass as well. So here it can be rough. So now it's done, and we can see the stencil operation applying only to the area where the mask is there. So this is a much bigger value in the blur, so I'm just blurring the edges first. Okay, so this is fine, and I'm bringing down the blur into much smaller values, so a little more. So yep. Okay, now we can see this. Let's suppose this is a basic beauty fix. Okay, now I'm just coming into the value, introducing you the Stick It application or Stick It gizmo and how it can be useful. So now the beauty, a frame, we have completed the work in a frame. So now I have to take this roto shape completely, I just want to track the roto shape very easily. So all this skewing, distortions, everything should be tracked perfectly. Now we can see the roto shape is not moving. So for that only I'm just taking I'm just showing you how to use Stick It. So here I have set the resolution as HD and using the Stick It. Okay, so let's suppose it will be here. Yeah, here it is. So I'm just pasting it over here. So in Stick It we have source, overlay and mask. So source is for the input, overlay is for the FG element which you are going to place, and the mask is for masking out a specific area. So here we have the options this frame, set to frame, and this is for the global settings, and this we have to give it according to the global settings. So 1 to 100 I'm keeping it here. So if you click on this global settings, it will be automatically taken from the global settings from the nuke. So here we have some options which is used for display, and here we have the filter options. So this is for motion blur, and these all stuff are for tracking purpose. So if you just click on this preview features, so what we can see is like okay, so what I'm just going to see, there is some confusion, so I'm just going to mask out this area. Okay, now we can see the preview features all over the footage, so I'm just going to use a rotoshape for masking the preview features, specifically with the character. So here we have the rotoshape for this character, and now we can see like just a minute. So I'm just updating this ticket option, so connecting it again. Okay, so now the thing is correct. So I have kept the mask separately. Here we have a lot of options like settings. So this is all, I mean, related to camera tracking settings. So just go into the roto and click on this invert option so that it is done. Now roto has been masked, I mean the preview features. We can use all the settings to fine-tune the tracking things. Here we have some other elements like we can export the SD map and all. So all these options can be handy while we do the work. So first of all, click on this analyze option, and let's see what will be the result. So it's asking for the confirmation for the tracking. So now we have done a mistake here, we didn't animated the mask. So I'm just going to cancel this and just animating the mask roughly. So I'm just keeping the shape over here and adding a keyframe and just moving it over here. Okay, so the next option is like adding much more keyframes, and refining the roto as a mask. So now I have done the masking. So I'm just coming back into the analyze option and click on this analyze. So it will completely analyze, which may take some time, and it's finished now. So just go into the analyze again. So there was some confusion, say. So now it's getting analyzed. So let's wait for the analyzing to be complete. Okay, so now it's been complete. Now we can just go and click on the solve option to get at the tracking, to get a tracking data from this solving. So here we have the roto shape, and I'm just selecting the roto shape. Okay, so here we have the overlay option also. So first of all, just click on the solve option. Okay, so just click on the solve option, which will solve the tracking, and we got a tracking result now. So now whatever options, whatever object I'm applying on this tracking data, it will be tracked according to the character's facial movement. So it's a little bit heavy. So yep, now it's solved. So okay, now perfect. So let's move into the usage of tracking. So first of all, I'm just taking a roto shape and keeping connecting into the overlay, and use this show. I just offed that, I don't want the features to be visible. So I'm just drawing a shape over here. So let's make this glass black, or just applying a roto shape into here. So now we can see the glass, but it's not moving actually. So what the thing which we done is like we didn't apply the track. So okay, so I have kept it in the 100 frame as reference, right? So I have kept the shape over there, and I just uncheck this disable wrap. So now if we just cross check, now we can see the roto is perfect in the glass. So there is no need of like corner pin or skewing or distortion or anything. Everything it is taken using stick it. So stick it can be handy in such situations, but it's little bit heavy. So there will be some method like fine tuning to control this very much tougher. I don't know, to make the things much more simpler, we need some methods for that. So I'm just going to roto this lips. So disable wrap, and now we can see the lip is perfectly tracked, right? So if there is a facial animation also, all those complex tracking things will be carrying, or it will be done using stick it. So another method is like I can use some other method to get the tracking data. So I will just show you that. The same thing, I have a task over here. I have kept a task over here. So I'm just going to take a transform node. Okay, so getting the transform data from this ticket into this transform, into this transform node is very easy. And so what I'm just going to do is like just come into the keyframe assist, and here we have a lot of options here. These all will help for copying this tracking data into this rotation, transform. So just click on this all frames, so it will directly copy all this tracking data into this transform node without copying or without doing anything. So if we just click on this all frames, it is automatically copied into the transform data. But we just got an XY movement, not a parallax shift, not a the same distortion movement which is there in this ticket. So we have copied an XY animation of values, and which can be used for this roto or any type of other works also. So I have used this transform value for now I have done a mistake, so I have to copy this thing in the 100 frames. So because I have kept the 100 frames as reference, so I should copy this animation into the 100th frame. So just clicking on the same and all frames, and it is copied. Now the frame, the master frame is in the 100th frame. So now we can see the roto is perfect, as we have only XY data, not the skew and rotate or scale or anything else. So we need some fine tuning for this. But for the facial animation or much complex movement of the face, this plugin is like much helpful.